We're here in India.
It's getting better. Year by year, it's getting better. And I think with the foreign players that have come, I think it's helped the young domestic players to learn about the game, to learn about the professional side of the game. And I think you can tell it with the national team. The national team, I think we're about 132 in the world. They're now up in close to 100 now. And I think that is testament really to a lot of the foreign coaches and a lot of the foreign players that have come here. And the players now they watch the Premier League obviously from Europe, La Liga and the Bundesliga, and they learn from that, and they're getting the opportunity now to produce it on the field. And as I said earlier, the fact that each team now has to play with 6 domestic players is only good for Indian football. So they're getting better, and I've obviously seen Indian players now playing in the ISL, and each season they're getting better and better. So if you look at it 3 or 4 years further down the line, I think you will have more and more domestic players that are playing bigger parts in the ISL.
Okay. This season will come out as a strike player for Chennaiyin FC.
Well, obviously we've signed 2 players, goalkeeper and JJ, up front. I think JJ has proved himself at international level, and for us it was a no-brainer to extend his contract and make sure that somebody else didn't take him away from us. So we're delighted that we've got him and our goalkeeper on longer-term contracts. So keep an eye on these 2 in particular. The reason that we've given them better contracts and improved their contract is because we don't want anyone else to have them. We think very, very highly of them. But obviously, Shabir is here with me. Shabir is in charge of our grassroots football that our club, Chennai, have invested a lot of money in, a lot of time in, to produce better players, domestic players. And we now are in the districts that we cover now in the country has been huge. We came in here from nothing. We're in the schools and everything. We're just trying to produce more and more footballers. And Shabir is playing a huge part in that. Well, I worked under a guy called Terry Venables, who went on to manage the national team and did exceptionally well. And I learned from him so much. Shut those guys up about it. Somebody played a major influence on me. He was the one that told me while I was still playing to be thinking about coaching. That's where I was going to go one day. And I asked him, when should I start thinking about coaching? He said, now. So I ended up going home, writing down everything in exercise books. Still got them to this day, you know. All Terry's training methods, some of his tactics that he used to show to us, and I just copied lots of things from him, but obviously then used my own ways. I changed things around and altered them to suit myself. So I didn't copy everything from him, you know. And just once I got the chance to put on these sessions in training and incorporate my philosophy on certain things, obviously I moved on to the likes of Aston Villa, where I was working for a huge club with huge players, with huge egos. And I think that possibly was taught me so many things in how to deal with people in particular. So, you know, I think the boys that I'm going to be working with throughout this season, I'll always be a fair man. I'm not always the easiest man to please, but I'd like to think, as I said earlier, that everybody has to commit themselves totally to the club. You know, I don't want them to be here part-time. When they play for us, they have to wear that shirt. When they put on the blue shirt at Chennai, they have to earn the right to wear that shirt, and they'll get selected. But you know, I know that earlier on we spoke about young players at the club. I like to think that I'm the sort of guy that will give people a chance, and I'll give them a second chance as well. I remember many years ago I put a young boy by the name of Darius Vassell in the first team. He was only 17 at the time. And I put him in the first team at Aston Villa, and I actually just told him that you're going to play the next 5 games. And I think that was one of the best things I ever did. It enabled him to relax. He knew that if he didn't play well, he was still going to play for the next 5 matches. I think you have to give that to the young. You have to support them, and particularly domestic players who are probably in awe of some of the foreign stars that come to Indian football. And I'd like to think that they will understand that if they get the opportunity to play, I will put them in the team. I don't think twice about putting domestic players in the side. And age doesn't matter to me. If they're good enough, they're young enough.
One last question. We don't know as yet. Time will tell.
Okay. Go on field. He was very animated. How will you behave in field, and what type of communication you want to maintain with the players?
You come to Marina Arena when the match starts. You'll come to know. Come and see for yourself. It's a surprise.